Thanks for joining us. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television, and on this segment, we have an interesting and thought-provoking topic that we'll be dealing with here this morning. We're talking about governance and relevance of image making, and as we know, governance is not only judged by what government does, but also by what people see and believe. But while some people, argue that effective image making helps citizens understand government policies and achievement, others believe it can also mask poor performance of government. So, where should the line be drawn between image making, legitimate public communication, and of course, propaganda? Today, we'll be exploring the place of strategic communication in governance, whether image can truly influence public trust, and why perception matters in leadership. And to help us, put more light on this conversation is Mrs. Eniola Mayowa, FNIPR, Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Chapter. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. A lot is going on in my head right now. I'm thinking of, should we start from where they finished? Where we have issues of trust with government, despite a press release by the government's mouthpiece, or should we start with a definition? I'm thinking, where should we start? Okay, let's start with the definition according to your institution. Okay, let's understand what the phrase image making is, especially in governance.
Okay, image making, when we look at it, is the picture you have, what resonates with people when they hear you, when they see you, when they connect with you, what impression, what feeling, what are they taking up? That's what forms image. That is the making of image. What you represent, what government represent. And all of this come to bear in what they do, omission, commission, intentionally, unintentionally. Okay. Those are what form image, what form perception, what form the reputation, what we call reputation in PR. So it is all the things you do on daily basis to connect with people, the way you relate, the way your policy connects with people, the way you handle things, the way you show empathy. Okay. Even when sometimes government introduce a policy that seems not so palatable, the manner in which you communicate it, the manner in which you say, we feel your pain. Well, we know that this is for your own good at the end of the day. Okay. At the end of the day, the policy is for you. Because again, when you look at it, what is government? It's simply about the people. So you really want to connect with people in a way that is not hurtful, in the way they will show understanding, to endear understanding, and to show you that, okay, this is ultimately about you.
Okay. So go on, Joy. Picking it up from what you have just explained of what image making is all about, and looking at the situations or the scenarios surrounding us as a nation. The previous conversation that was had was centered around
public perception also.
The fictitious agency at the Federal Secretariat, years back, we've heard stories of snakes and monkeys swallowing money. And when you look at the way the mouthpiece of the government dishes out their press statements, debunking here and there, they debunk today, tomorrow you now find out that the issue is true. When you look at the image, the way and manner in which they are building the image, what do you say about it? Is it something that is, when you look at the standards of how it should be, do you think that the government has done well?
Well, a lot more needs to be done by government. Because if you keep telling people this is black, and they eventually find out it is white, it's a trust issue. And when trust is wounded, it's very, very difficult to actually make it up again. So again, if you're saying that, okay, this is it, government needs to be truthful as much as possible. Let's lay it plain. Let's tell the people what it is. You may not have managed some things well, but accept and apologize and say, okay, this is the situation of things. When this, everything you need to do, there's no point saying it the other way around. Because at the end of the day, propaganda will not help anybody. Distrust will not help anyone. It will further draw the people away. And even when you are telling your truth, they go back to what has happened previously. And like, how am I to believe this when we have been unbelievable in the first place or initially? So that is very important.
Okay, a follow-up to the first question though that I asked, just before Joy asked that question. Is image making just all about government looking good, or is it a very essential, part of governance?
Well, if I have a responsibility to work for government, to speak on behalf of the government, I have the responsibility to make government look good all the time. But again,
at the detriment of
where I'm coming to, I have to make government look good all the time.
Okay.
But again, where things seems not looking the way the people expect it, I also need to manage that expectation to tell them that, look, this is what it is. If it is not so good, we will make it good. Because ultimately, like I said, it's about the people. So it's about the people. So I would not say that, should government always get it right all the time? We don't always get it right even as human beings. So we need to give that in. So at the end of the day, it's about, okay, I have the responsibility to get the job done. I have the responsibility to tell people that this is what it is. But I do not have to lie to get that done.
So why should the average Nigerian now be concerned about the image of government when all they really want is out there? Good health, basic education, food, and all the basic amenities.
I think just government needs to start to do things, improve version, from where we are now. People are saying that, can we have good health? Can we have good education? Can we have this? Can we begin to communicate what we are doing as government to meet the need of the people around that space? Because sometimes I also think that maybe government needs to do more in terms of communicating what it's doing to the public.
They do. Press releases, press conferences.
It's much more than
beyond that, yes.
Beyond that. I mean, if you have done it, give it human face. Your press release will not achieve that. Showcase the people that have benefited from whatever you're promising the people. Let them speak, let them talk. These are not people that are paid to do it. Genuine people. That if I choose as a citizen to go a bit further, to check this man, this woman outside of the public space, I may say that, I meet it that way.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that need to press release is not just enough. It's about seeing what you have promised and seeing it being delivered to the people in a genuine manner, and we keep the conversation going from there.
When we're talking about image making, how important is public perception? Because again, the way you have said it, image making is to paint everything. For instance, you said if you were to speak,
don't miss
if you were to speak for government, you said you would present government in a good light.
In a good light.
Good. And so again, there's something that they say, you can tell me something, but you cannot control the way I will perceive you or the way I will understand what you're saying. And so yes, government might be dishing out what they are doing, but how important or how powerful is the perception of the people?
The perception of the people is everything. If I'm telling you this thing is black and you are reading red, that's what you're taking away, regardless of what I'm telling you. So it then means that as government, you need to bring to the people to a point where they experience that which you are promising, or where we have somebody or somewhere that has experienced it, that can tell the story that, hey, government said this. It is not, it's not a lie, it's true, because I have experienced it. So you then bring people to the point of experiential experience, if I can put it that way, of that which you have promised. So it is also very important that as government, it's not just about what you are saying, it's about what I'm feeling. Yes, it's about what I'm feeling, it's about what I'm taking it out. It's about my own experience, my own story.
Okay.
Let me give an instance. Some people say, oh, in my area, we have not gotten light. And another person says, oh, we've used light in my area forever. You cannot take away the experience of the other person.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's about what am I experiencing? What are you promising? Don't mean that said, oh, we've given scholarship to so number of students and whatever you. Can you showcase people who have benefited from it? Let's showcase them. Let's them come out. Let's go even to as far as getting into the school.
Putting a human face
Yes,
to what they're
to
doing.
it.
Yeah.
So it's very important. And I believe that beyond, like I said, beyond the press release, let's even the media do some deep stories around, okay, this is what has happened.
And that's the next question I want to ask you, that as an expert, as a practicing, as a professional PR person, what exactly are you supposed to do? Because these days we see a lot of politicians with their special advisors and their 1,000 PROs who are the ones even, putting their principal in trouble because they don't have the right expertise to do that job. So to be a PR expert and you're working for a politician, what is the criteria in choosing a professional?
Thank you so very much. I'm so glad you asked that question. Because again, as an institute, I'm a practitioner. We also have an institute, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, and that has been a great concern. Because oftentimes, you have politicians, rather than looking for professionals who can handle their reputation, who can manage their communication,
professionally,
a lot of them settle for journalists.
Ooh,
and
journalists.
they are word apart. I have relationship with a whole lot of journalists across diverse sectors and whatever. And even sometimes, some of them will get brief and say, oh, you are the PR. How can, do you understand? Because they are two different things.
Yeah.
Journalists will report things in the interest of the public. PR person will report in the interest first, your principal.
Okay.
And again, communicate the essence of whatever it is you are trying to project out there. So it then goes to show that as an institute, we're trying to ensure that we have the right fit. Even if you're a journalist and you have the opportunity of managing your principal, can you come into the fold so that you can get trained, so that at the end of the day, you can sufficiently manage. This person well. So professionalism is very core to the way communication is managed, in the way reputation is managed, in the way that we project our principal in the manner that it is acceptable, and not just projecting, getting him to do the right thing, so that people can connect with him effectively. They can understand, they can gain their trust, their understanding, and be able to understand, okay, even if this has not come, it will come. They are doing so much to be able to get there.
Social media has, impacted the way we live our lives. Everything has evolved, and sometimes you see some posts from PR managers, defending their principals, and it's true that people can test you, people can push you, but again, you've talked about the importance of getting trained. So I'd like you to talk about how social media can be better utilized, to communicate the policies of government.
Yeah, social media is a very, very great tool. It has come to us. Why some people still receive, oh, I will still want the traditional media, but the truth is that a lot more on social media. A lot of things on social media. So what it then means that you, as a person that have information, that wants to communicate, you have to use social media responsibly. You have to use it responsibly. You have to use it in the manner that at the end of the day,
You can just take your time.
Okay, so in the manner that that first and foremost, we have different people on social media. You need to understand that. You also need to understand that their reaction to whatever you are putting out there, you must compulsorily maintain your conduct yourself well. You don't react to everything, and where there's misunderstanding, I always tell people, when people throw things up, it provides an opportunity for you to educate. is provide an opportunity for you to share, to gain their to explain to them. Perhaps this person is talking from position of not having the right knowledge or lack of understanding of what is happening. So it's not for you to say, oh, get into the trenches and want to fight this person. Okay, you have said it, but I want to let you know that these are the things that have happened. These are much that is still going to happen, and at the end of the day, your expectation, if not be met 100%, and will be met somehow as a point. So social media is very good, and social media is an opportunity for you to share your thoughts, even as a PR person that is managing your principal. Social media is a platform you want to engage to periodically share what you want people to know about your principal, what you want them to gain about your principal. And it's also a very good place to get advocates, honestly, and ambassadors, if you use it rightly. Okay. And again, you also need to build your reputation on social media.
When we're talking about ambassadors, are we talking about these social media influencers and all?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
People that regularly will use social media.
Okay.
People that have followers, people that command respect. It's not, I mean, command respect in the sense that they are more believable. Do you know, even as I seated here, there are some people on social media, I will look at what they post, and I just know that this person belongs there. There is really no point arguing over this. And there are some that you want to engage in conversation for that to say, okay, what are you trying to say? Then you begin to have that, So that's just it.
Okay, let's look at practical and current relevance now. With 2027 elections, coming up next year, we're going to see a lot of, image making, from politicians. Now, what should Nigerians, look out for, to separate, genuine achievement from manufactured perception?
Okay, and I think that happens a lot, because sometimes you see people telling a story, and I'm wondering, am I still in this same space?
Are we seeing the same thing?
Are we seeing the same thing?
Yeah.
At times you wonder, am I not seeing? Again, it's important for us as we are going into the election year. So, not to be unduly biased. Let's give everyone the opportunity to share whatever they want to do. So let's look at things objectively, and let's be sincere on what people are saying that they want to do. Appraise it. Where are we coming from? Have they promised before and failed? Because if you have promised before, and for whatever reason you are not able to deliver, the owners expect that you will come back to say, oh, these are the challenges, these are the things, these are the impediments. But if you just think that, oh, I promise, you've not yet delivered, and you don't think people deserve an explanation, I don't think such leaders should be taken seriously subsequently. But again, when you now understand where they're coming from and the challenges, and they are ready to speak to you, they share your pain, they understand that this is why this has not happened, and they talk to you, they relate with people. There's what they call public communication, and you communicate with people from position of empathy where they can understand. You don't think that when people ask questions, you don't get unduly edgy, offended, and think that, oh, this one is a politician, this one is being sponsored. Can I explain things to you regardless of whatever your biases or whatever it is? Sometimes when people throw up questions and people are like, I know you are this, they begin to use some languages. No. This is an opportunity for you to shine. Tell your story. Share your narrative. Let people know that, okay, this has not happened, but it will happen. But the moment you begin to look at it from the position of, oh, he's representing somebody, he's being paid to do this. Because the point is that this person is also a citizen of Nigeria. Let's not forget that. This person is also an interested party in the entity called Nigeria. If you begin to treat people from that position, I think you will be in a better position to even win other people.
To like a follow-up to what you have just said now, how important is it for public relation experts to be emotionally intelligent and also have the virtues of patience and self-control?
Those are the critical qualities, that a PR person must have. You must be big on emotional intelligence. You must be able to read the room, understand the people, appreciate whatever position they have, and present your position in a very empathetic manner, so that they know that it's not just about you. You're also thinking about them. And again, patience is one virtue that you must hold dearly and go with. Because people will come with diverse things, diverse interests. And you must be able to manage each and every one. You must be able to say, okay, look at, you're talking about, okay, education, you're talking about health, you're talking about, okay, power, you're talking about this. And these are genuine concerns. These are genuine demand. So for you as a PR practitioner, you must be able to listen. Look at issue critically. Be able to address each and every one as much as possible. Please don't say what is not true. So that means that you must have the conversation with your principal to be able to tell the people what they need to know, how much time they need to exercise, even patient to be able to have expectation or whatever they are looking out for, how much understanding they need to show. I've heard people that say, oh, this government is trying, it's just that this and this and this and that. Those are people probably know much more than what's the next person who feels that, oh, this government is not doing enough. So those are some of the things we need to manage and we need to marry as a PR practitioner. So patience is something that, and of course, integrity. You must be somebody that is credible, that is believable. Because if you have consistently told people what is not true, even in the face of everybody's know that this thing is obvious, they begin to tag you first.
Okay.
And they begin to, whatever you're saying, you can talk. Talk is cheap, but they won't believe you.
Okay, so moving away from strategic communication now, let's talk about the event of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. Yes, I'm aware that the event is ongoing. It started on Friday last week. Can you take us through the event, coming up?
Okay, thank you so very much. Like you said, we started on Friday with a Jumat service. And later that same Friday, we have a African night. It was the hangars that enable our members. They just lay down their guards, not just all about work. They had fun. So then on Saturday, we had a sport fiesta, sporting activities and games and the rest. So on Sunday, we had the Thanksgiving service. So today is here. I'm here as part of the line.
And we still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Even today, we still have two more things that is going on. At about now, we have a webinar, which is targeted at our young practitioners, those in a final year mass comm students in the universities, and young professionals who are relatively new in the profession. So that will be a competition where we'll get the best out of them, and the best we have the opportunity for mentorship. That is with senior practitioners. That will run for another 3 months, 6 months. It goes beyond now, but we just want to kick it off at PR Fest celebration. Then even this afternoon, we are going to be having a fellows luncheon. This is for our senior members. Fellows is the peak of the profession. So we want to connect with them over lunch, share our thoughts as a chapter, and get their feedback so that we can get better at what we're bringing to the table, even as a chapter. Then tomorrow,
this is an annual event.
Yes.
And each year has its theme. What is the theme for this year?
Okay, we're going to be speaking to security.
Okay.
It's around security.
Okay.
And, that will be at the peak of the program on Thursday. We're going to have an annual lecture where we bring people who are going to be speaking to, as we all know, security is a major issue in Nigeria today. And often what we do every year is to look at germane issue that is relevant, that is on the front burner, and that's what we're going to be speaking to on Thursday. But tomorrow we're going to be going on a tour of a company that does things with security. And on Wednesday we have a courtesy call. So those are the things we have lined up in the week.
Okay, beyond your event, to this week that is ending on Thursday, what other activities does the NIPR, get into?
Okay, as an NIPR,
very, very quickly, because
we have a lot of programs. Normally we have a monthly meeting where we also have a PR clinic. That is a knowledge hub for our members. That happens every month. We also have what we call La Priga, which happens every December, celebrating our members who have done something unique, something great in the course of their duty, in the course of the year, where people are awarded, are recognized. And of course, we have a lot of things that we do. As
we have to go.
And we ensure that mentorship is big for us.
Okay.
Training is big for us as an institute. We ensure that we constantly encourage our members to upskill their knowledge, because the profession is dynamic.
Yeah.
With the situation of things, and when we bring in technology and whatever, I always tell people, where I started PR is not where it is
now.
And it's going on and on and
keep
on.
Evolving.
Keep evolving.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Eniola Mayowa, Vice Chairman, NIPR Lagos State Chapter, for sharing insights on the topic governance and relevance of image making. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
The program continues. Stay with us.